Hey fam, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. All right, folks, Paul Manafort, the former chairman of the Trump campaign, is sentenced today to 43 months in prison on charges of money laundering, obstruction of justice, and failing to disclose lobbying work that earned him tens of millions of dollars over more than a decade. Federal Judge Amy Berman Jackson said, quote, "It is hard to overstate the number of lies and the amount of fraud and the amount of money involved. There is no question that this defendant knew better and he knew what he was doing." Now, last week, another federal judge sentenced Manafort to 47 months in prison, so all told, about 7.5 years. Now, he could have gotten 24 years last week, but that judge was quite lenient. This time was a little different. Manafort's attitude was even different. Came in telling the judge he showed remorse and also that, that he's 70 years old and his wife is 66 years old, and therefore he wanted to spend time with her because he needed to be with her. Should have thought about all of that before you were stealing millions of dollars. Now the question is, will Donald Trump pardon Manafort? Now, that could very well be the case, but the folks in New York have said, we're going to make that harder. As the same day Manafort got sentenced in D.C., literally shortly right after. I'm talking about on the heels of the announcement of that sentencing, Manhattan DA slapped him with a 16-count grand jury indictment charging Manafort with mortgage fraud, falsifying business records, and conspiracy. If convicted, he could get up to 25 years in state prison. And guess what? Donald Trump can't do a damn thing about a pardon for state crimes. Joining us right now is Robert Patillo, civil rights attorney, Deshandra Jefferson, principal of the Arabian Group. Robert, I'll start with you. Look, attitude totally different for Paul Manafort today. Asking for remorse. This judge did go down a couple of years in terms of sentencing, but she's very tough on Paul Manafort. And then, of course, for New York to come out with their 16-count indictment, they're making it perfectly clear. Donald Trump, you can pardon your boy, but we're going to send his ass to jail.
Well, two points on this. One is this point on judicial discretion and the fact that we need to be paying more attention to House and Senate Judiciary hearing committee hearings, because Donald Trump has had the opportunity to replace over 100 federal judges on the national level. We pay so much attention to the Supreme Court bench, but the lower court benches is where laws really getting made, and he's putting his imprint on America for the next 50 to 100 years under the radar. Regardless of what happens in Congress and in the Senate and everything else, these judges are going to be on the bench for lifetime appointments. Many people getting appointed are in their early 30s and may serve until their 80s or 90s. That's point one that we have to understand with the Manafort issue. Point two on the question of the state charges in Manhattan. They may be dubious at best, because under the double jeopardy clause, if Paul Manafort's lawyers are able to argue that he has already been tried, convicted, and sentenced on these issues, then the court will not allow them to simply retry him on the state level for the exact same issues.
But Deshandra, these are different issues. If you look at these charges here, they are far different than what he was charged on the federal side. Also, Mueller was also working with state attorney generals. He was working with Eric Steinerman before he had resigned because of all of his drama. And so they've been very careful to ensure, Robert just said, doesn't happen.
Well, first of all, and I respect your fact that you're a lawyer, but I'm going to have to disagree with you. I think that they wouldn't have brought charges for it if they didn't think they had a solid case. And Tish James, she's coming out the gate strong. She's coming out the gate hard. She's going to make a point with this case.
Right. And again, for her, that's still separate. This is the Manhattan DA. She's a state attorney general. The state could still go after Paul Manafort.
And I think they will. I mean, I think you see here, people, there is a case against Paul Manafort. And you're right. They have been working with Mueller because there's some things he can't quite get these people on, but he's turning them over to, like this county, the state, whomever, because there's something going on. Like, let's continue following the money with Manafort. Let's continue following the money. There is something going on here. And, you know, Trump, he's had his henchmen. You know, they've all been quiet, but I think this is a big domino. And if we could take out Manafort, who knows what else we're going to find about.
All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, a lot of us trying to get healthy in 2019. Some of us trying to get fit, get ready for, of course, upcoming spring and summer when this cold weather decides to go away. And so one of the things that I did, of course, with the is go through the Dherbs full body cleanse. They have 27 different cleanses that you can actually try, which allow you to remove toxicity from your body, those processed foods and the fried foods that can also put more pep in your step and give you more energy as well. If you want to try the Dherbs full body cleanse, go to Dherbs.com, or you can also call 1-866-4-DHERBS, 1-866-4-DHERBS. Now, when you go to checkout, please use the promo code Roland to get a discount. If you want to lose some weight and improve your overall well-being, try the Dherbs full body cleanse. Again, Dherbs.com or 1-866-4-DHERBS, and don't forget to use the promo code Roland. And we certainly appreciate Dherbs being a partner here at Roland Martin Unfiltered. All right, now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.